In the living tradition of Unitarian Universalism, the authority to ordain lies wholly with the local congregation. It is a meaningful and joyous occasion when we come together to recognize one who is called to ministry as her life's work. Today, we affirm our commitment to Rachel's ministry and reaffirm our commitment to the ministries of our congregation. Rachel, in our eyes and in our hearts, you are a minister. Today, we confirm your calling. Will the members of the Greater Nashville Unitarian Universalist congregation please rise in spirit or in body? Rachel, you have undergone the work of preparation for ministry and have allowed it to change you. Are you now ready to step across the sacred threshold to accept the privileges and responsibilities of a lifetime of religious leadership?
I am.
We, the members of the Greater Nashville Unitarian Universalist congregation, hereby ordain you, Rachel Lonberg, to the Unitarian Universalist ministry. Wherever you may be called, we would have you live courageously and joyfully in a world of pain and promise. May you seek and act in the spirit of love, wisdom, and compassion. May you live by the principles of shared faith. We send you forward into your ministry to do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with God.
With humility and gratitude and tremendous joy, I accept and wholeheartedly embrace the ministry to which you ordain me. I pledge to serve our ministry with grace and generosity, courage and compassion to the best of my ability for all the days of my life.
Will all who wish to add their love and encouragement to the Reverend Rachel Lonberg please rise in spirit or body and join in an affirmation of this ordination?
Rachel, with joy and pride, we affirm your ordination. May your ministry nourish you and be a source of healing and transformation in the world.
Rachel, now that we have ordained you, we have already been touched by your ministry. We want to present you with this stole. This stole is one that you and some members of our congregation selected at the last General Assembly for this particular occasion. The stole has a dove.
Subtle.
Very subtle. And rainbow flames. The dove is the dove of the Spirit of life, the dove of peace. And we hope, may your ministry be full of spirit, and may you bring peace to all of us. The flames are the flames of passion and commitment and the rainbow flames of diversity. May you be sustained by this compassion, and may you bring your ministry to all people.
Now, let's put on the stole. May the weight of the stole remind you of the awesome responsibilities of ministry. May you use your power well, bringing comfort and joy. May the stole surround you with love, reminding you of our love and the love of all those you touch, and the great love that holds us all.
In the Episcopal tradition, we have a word, sacramental, that we use to describe objects and actions that we find bring us closer to the divine. Examples of this can be a candle, such as in your chalice, the incense you saw me swinging in the processional, holy water, and the way we cross ourselves, and the art that adorns our walls and our windows. Sacramentals help us to engage our senses and transcend our mortal coil. A sacramental used by many of our ordained ministers is a ring. As with marriage, a ring is a symbol of commitment, a commitment to the job, to ministry, to the congregation, to justice, and to the responsibilities that come with being a steward or representative of so many people's faith. It also is a symbol of authority, authority to lead, to shepherd, to teach, to inspire, and to speak on behalf of those who have invested the honor of this office to the beholder. As my gift to my wife Rachel, I've commissioned a clergy ring. It bears the inscription of the chalice that has adorned the churches that have helped to raise and nurture her for most of her life, and the symbol that represents her call that has come to fruition in her ordination. May this ring be a physical symbol for you, reminding you of both of your responsibilities to and the great many gifts that come from your new office.
Don't forgive me, I haven't been around incense in a while. But I appreciate the blessing. We don't bless one another very often, do we? Why do we save it for sneezes? Well, what is a sneeze? A sneeze really is not unlike ministry. It's a cleansing force for the good of the body. It can be surprising, catch us off guard. But even when you know it's coming, we generally resist it. Be passionate and loud, messy. Shake us out of ourselves and our routines. They're seasonal. There are times when less are needed, and times when more is there than we want. But most of all, sneezes and ministry are a sign of health. And when we recognize opportunities for health and wholeness, those are moments when we must bless one another. So I invite you to come forward and gather around Rachel. All of us, come on. Not to sneeze on her, but to bless her. I invite you to get close and touch someone so that we're all connected. So we can summon all the strength and courage, all the peace and wholeness, all the joy and love we know, to unleash the power of ministry that we have called forth from her today. We connect ourselves to Rachel in a living embodiment of the interdependent web of all existence. We lay our hands upon her not as a symbol of apostolic succession, but of human succession. of life upon life that is connected one to another to make this moment, this shared moment of blessing possible. In the silence that follows, I invite you to offer your blessing for Rachel. It's about as well said as any of us can. In the spirit of life and love, give thanks for this day. Give thanks for the opportunity to serve one another in love. Give thanks that that love calls forth from us a desire to serve one another even more deeply. This day of celebration, be a day of celebration for all of us, not just about Rachel, but about the ministry we embark upon together. Every time we recognize one another as fellow members of a journey of faith, it takes us places we may not want to go, but where we can go together with courage, with strength, with vision, with love. We go knowing that we are led well, with Rachel leading us. Spirit of life and love, we give thanks this day and all day.